water, and you have a boat on the water, okay? For some reason you're fishing on a sailboat, okay? And this is you. This is you sitting here all happy. And right now you have your rod and it's flexed like this. That doesn't really look flexed, but you get the gist. It's flexed, right? Let's just say we have it like this. And it's flexed because little do you know that down here you've got a massive fish on the hook. Okay, you hook this bad bitch in, right? And obviously this guy's sad because you hooked him in. And you are trying to reel and reel and reel and reel and reel him in. And rightfully so. But here's what happens. Let's fast forward 10 seconds, okay? You're on the water. You're fishing in your little boat. Boom, bitty, boom, 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 okay? And all of a sudden, your line is like this. And that's because this big, massive fish got away. He hooked off the hook. And here's what you're doing. Is you're now sitting here complaining and crying like, oh, I lost this big fish. Like, no, what do I do? How can I get this big fish back? Like, what if I like jerk my rod up a little bit? Or what if I throw some food in the water? Like, how do I get this big fish back? Like, oh no, like, what do I do? Stefan, like, how can I get this fish back on my hook? Like, that was the best fish in the world. Like, what do I do? Like, man, somebody please help me. Like, no, I lost the client. Like, we didn't book the meeting. Like, how do I follow up? What text message should I send? Like, what do I do? Oh my goodness. When in reality, much like in real life, in fishing, with an entire ocean of fish, as you can see, right? Look at all these beautiful fishies. Business is the same. There's not just one prospect. As a matter of fact, there's hundreds of thousands of millions of prospects. But if we just sit here trying to figure out, like, how do we rehook this fish, we're missing on all the other fish in the market. And so what we actually need to do is just accept it and go, okay, hey, we might have lost that fish. No problem. There's a billion other fish in the sea. Let me cast my rod again and just continue to go fishing. And that's how you solve this problem of this constant back and forth of like, oh my God, I lost the client. I lost the fish. Oh my goodness. Like, what do I do? And just understand it like, dude, there's so many other fish out there. Like, there's just so many other fish. There's so many other prospects. And so instead of getting caught up on the one perfect one, this is the same as like girls, right? Like relationship advice, right? You lose your girlfriend, she may be the perfect one, but there's billions of girls you haven't met yet. And if you just keep getting caught up on the one, you never get to meet the other ones. It's the same in business, right? Business and life are very much the same. So the point is, bro, I know that right now it feels like this was like the best, the sexiest girl, the hottest girl, the best fish, the biggest fish, and you're like, oh my God, how can I get this fish? But dude, you can still try and get the fish, but like also like the analogy here is like just cast your rod again and maybe you catch the fish again or maybe you catch a different one. But the point is, if we just get caught on the scarcity mindset of there's only one fish, there's only one prospect, there's only one girl, we're not going to operate as we should. Like, you should never operate your life or your business or even girls for this sake from a scarcity mindset of, oh my God, there's only one. Like, oh, how do I chase this girl? Guess what happens when you try and chase a girl? Then they're getting less and less and less attracted. Guess what happens? You try and chase this fish. Well, the fish keeps running because it knows what you're trying to do now, so it's not going to bite again. And since you're only chasing this fish, no other fish are coming to you because you're only chasing this one. That's what happens. You catch no fish. And the same happens in business, right? When you try and chase the fish or the prospect, you neglect all other prospects that you could be reaching out to or following up with or talking to because you just want this prospect. And you're so focused on this guy, like, what do I do? What do I say? That you're spending all your time with this one guy who isn't even interested anymore while you should be spending your time with other people. So the moral of the story here is, bro, there's a million other fish out there. Go cast your rod again. Go try and catch another fish. And hey, who knows? Maybe you will catch another fish, or better yet, maybe you catch the same fish, but you won't know unless you try. So that is how you can kind of get over this mental hump of feeling like, you know, what do you do? Like, what do I do if my prospect ghosts me? What do I do if yada yada yada? Okay, now the last thing that I will say here is just to give you something. Okay, where are we? Just to give you something here. Just sit down and be like, hey guys, no problem at all. Just curious so that I can make sure see if I'm available for you guys. What is your timeline on getting back to me? Just so you can kind of gauge on like when they're trying to hit you up again, so you guys can set something up, right? Because it's like, cool. I don't want to waste my time either. What's the timeline of getting back to me? Therefore, I know what I'm looking out for. And then, like I said, go cast your rod. Go get another fish in the meantime. Best case scenario, worst case scenario, you just catch another fish that's even bigger and better. And then you forget about this fish to begin with in the first place. because you just went and caught, let's say, you caught this. Look at this. This is the fish you're about to catch. But the only way you're going to catch this fish is if you go, move your boat, and cast your rod again. Hope this helps.